Today we are talking all about autumn knitting. Hi everyone and welcome back to Stitch and Thread. My name is Anna and on this channel I share my crafty creative endeavors. In today's episode I'm planning to go over my knitting inspiration for this autumn. I will be sharing the patterns I cannot stop thinking about, the yarns I'm planning to use for a lot of the projects, and generally I will go over my knitting plans for this autumn. I will be sharing 8 patterns with you and a couple of accessorizes. So if that sounds like a cup of tea, let's dive in. Also, if you're a returning viewer, you might be wondering where have I been. I haven't posted anything, any videos for the last, I think it has been over a month. And to answer this question, me and obviously the whole family, I have a husband and 2 children and a cat, but the cat stayed at home. All of us went on holiday to France and we popped into Switzerland for a few days to see mountains, which was gorgeous. So I didn't have access to my usual setup, and generally I wanted to enjoy time with the family, read the books and do some knitting. So I will have a lot to share about knitting, and after filming this episode, which I couldn't stop thinking about autumns, which is why this comes first. I will be recording a podcast episode, which will be full. I think it's still mostly summer knitting. I will be wrapping up my summer knits and diving right into autumn. So a lot to share. I'm really excited to be back. Sorry if I'm a little bit rusty today. I'll do my best. Okay, so now finally, let's dive in. The first pattern I want to share with you is SONYA shirt by Susanne Müller. It is elevated t-shirt, which is knit top down. I really like the additional kind of details, the twisted rib there at the back. There was like a nice line. It just looks very clean. It looks the fit seems to be very nice. So the pattern calls for fingering weight yarn, and I think it actually calls for this yarn BC Garn Bio Balance, and it's exactly what I've got. Let me show you. So yeah, it's nice. It's kind of like, I don't know how the camera, it seems to have some shades of blue, even though it is really grey. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, so it is color 11, and it is 55% pure organic wool and 45% pure organic cotton. I really like this grey. I wanted to try to have a t-shirt which I can just put anytime, and I wanted kind of a basic color which would go with everything, which is why I chose this color. This t-shirt was in my summer knitting plans, so feel free if you're still interested in summer. It wasn't my summer knitting plans, but it slowly transitioned into autumn. So I still think you can wear it. I mean, possibly even as a layering piece for autumnal days. So which is why it's in my autumn plans. And now I've got yarn, and I'm gonna keep going. One thing to note though, that this t-shirt has a lot of German short rows, and I mean, you have to be proficient. I think generally I wouldn't call it a very difficult. I've went through the pattern on the pattern already. So if you're not very familiar, or you don't feel like German short rows is your thing, that I might stay away. There are tons of them here. So anyway, the next pattern I want to share with you is Klint Classic by Anne Ventzel. I knitted a few sweaters by her and a few patterns. I love her attention to detail. The way her patterns are written, just perfect for me. And I was eyeing Klint Classic for a while. It seemed to be just quite a simple raglan, like elevated, elegant sweater, very feminine in my opinion. And to be honest, I really like even this lovely kind of creamy yarn, but I think with my complexion it probably wouldn't work. The pattern calls for two yarns, one a decay and one just a lace like a mohair. I decided to go with this combination. So the first ball is pure decay Falkland Island wool from West Yorkshire Spinners. It's in color, I think it was like something to do with duck egg. There you go. I love this color. I mean, it looks similar to what I'm wearing now, but I think I'm just in love. And even more, I love this color. That's mohair, long yarns lace, mohair, super kid silk. So that's gonna be a combination I'm planning to use. Again, as I said, I think that it's quite a feminine top, and like I see it as quite a gentle, like flowy, and I feel this color should work very well for it as well. So I'm really excited about this sweater. The next pattern I want to share with you is Sorrel by Wool and Pine. This is quite a difficult design for me. I feel I gravitate towards something less bright, but you can imagine, you can see the photography there is quite incredible, and I just fell in love with this green, and I thought, okay, I'll try. So I'm planning to knit this sweater. I've already purchased yarn. I don't know what's gonna happen, whether I'm gonna wear this, but I decided to look at it as like a learning piece. Maybe I love it, maybe not. So it's risky, but we'll give it a try. So the colors are quite bright. The colors are so it's this lovely skein I've got in Unravel Festival actually this February. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% bamboo for ply. So I forgot to say the pattern calls for fingering weight yarn combined with lace weight to achieve like a decay gauge. So this is very soft, very soft yarn. So I'm gonna combine it with this Rowan Kid Silk Haze mohair, like this together. And second, because if you can see the pattern, it kind of has a kind of gradually goes into different colors. So I need a couple of different combinations. So the plan currently is to start to knit the yoke using this lighter color, and then I will combine these two. So we'll need, say, one round this, one round that, and finish off at the bottom with this bright color. It's exactly the same Mummy and Flory merino bamboo combination. Really bright, I don't know. It's very risky, but I decided just to go with the flow and see what turns out. The next pattern I would like to share with you is Polina Pullover by Teti Lutsak. I was eyeing this pattern also for a while. I absolutely love the colors the designer chose, but also I saw quite a few beautiful designs on Ravelry. So there are actually quite a few designs. So if you're interested, feel free to browse around. People are doing crazy things. I will actually put a picture. One lady did a Polina pullover in Orlakiele, I think, hopefully I pronounced it correctly, print. I'll just put it so you can see. It's just gorgeous. I mean, you have to be amazing to do that. I'm really impressed. But I will probably go for something less bright, possibly with similar colors. I'm yet to buy any yarn, but I was trying to look quite a few options, and because for color work you want the yarn which would stick and kind of show the color work in the way you need, and you need to have a combination. And so far I'm thinking of using the Rerum Natura Ulysse. I think with the gauge, I believe it's like sport weight gauge. I think it worked very well and has a good variety of colors. Unfortunately, I don't have any knitting shops nearby, so I'd have to go to London to actually, if I want to see yarn. And when you buy two colors, I would prefer to see them in combination and actually make sure they look okay on me. But we will see. I have a couple of options. Another option was, I believe, John Arbon mill here in the UK. They have quite a few colors, and I think I can't remember exactly which yarn, but I was eyeing, it was like a second option. I was thinking maybe if not Elise, the thinking with Elise, but there are Natura, a lot of people I can hear talking like raving about it, that it's very good yarn, so really want to try it. But yeah, Jan Arbon might work just as well. So another thing is I quite liked work by Teti Lutsak, and I've knitted one of her sweaters already. Again, her patterns are I've written really nicely, very competent, you know, no water, but at the same time detailed enough. Even I think the other sweater I was knitting actually was a part of the test knit. There were videos at every step where it was slightly advanced, like a technique, so it was very nice. And she's a fellow Ukrainian designer, just like me, also Ukrainian, so I like her work. I'd like to support her. The next pattern I want to share with you is Mouliné Cardigan Solo by Lene Holme Samsøe. I mean, who doesn't need more cardigans? I do. So I'd like to knit at least a couple of cardigans over this autumn-winter period, and I was told really great things about this cardigan, and it's like basic cardigan that every girl needs, and I need one. So it calls for DK weight yarn. I believe we can use either combination with mohair or just a DK weight yarn. What I'm going to use, I have this lovely Tamar Lustre blend 4-ply. It's a 100% British wool from Blacker Yarns. It's a really lovely color. What is this? Like, kind of, I can say. The name, the color is called Valency. Amazing. And I will combine this with this mohair. Let me just show you. From Isa. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're not perfect. The mohair is lighter. It looks actually a lot more. I mean, a lot different on camera than in real life. It is a bit lighter, and I think mohair is a bit like a warmer color than this. But I think the marlin would be pretty good. And I think I think it will look good on me. There you go. The next pattern is Little Violet Cardigan by Jessica McDonald. It's an American designer. It is a very new pattern. It came out, I think, in June 2024. And before you get concerned, that it is for a child, because I will be making it for my daughter. I'll just show the pattern. What is really nice about this cardigan, it has also an adult version. So if you want, you can just make one for yourself and for your daughter, if you have one. So I do, I do, but my daughter also needs cardigans just like me. And I think once you become a knitter, you somehow have this feeling like, no, I don't want to buy, I don't want to buy stuff. I'd rather make it myself. So that's what I'm doing. She chose the pattern, or at least from the patterns I suggested. It calls for fingering weight yarn. However, I'm generally a tight knitter, so I decided to go with Drops Baby Merino, which is like sports weight, but I achieved gauge, and I don't think I might have, I achieved gauge because I already did the swatch, so it's kind of underway. My first cardigan. I've never done cardigan. So in 50 grams, it's 175 meters. Let me just show you. I like this. Just nice, kind of lavender, just violet color. Exactly what the cardigan suggests. So really excited. I quite like it. It's still quite basic. You just knit it back and forth as you do with the cardigans, but it also has this nice lace motif. So if you want to dip your feet into lace work, like I do, I don't really do lace work very much. I think it's just a good way, and yeah, as for the child, I didn't really splash and try to get some super expensive yarn. I think drops will do its job. The next pattern is Selene Junior by Anne Ventzel. Yet another pattern by her. I love this designer. And just to say, I've knitted already 3 Selene sweaters. She has Selene just overall, just like Selene Junior, just a general Selene sweater. Then she has a very warm version. It's Selene. What was it? Selene. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've done this for myself and my husband, and for my daughter, she has already a Selene Junior sweater. Now what's left is my son, and I will be knitting this in my leftover drops air. So it's a similar yarn. It's a blown yarn. It's slightly thinner than the suggested Gepard Puna, another blown yarn. I think the Gepard Puna is slightly larger, but you can play around. You can knit a different size if you want, because I'm a tight knitter. I will probably go like 1 size up at least to achieve the right gauge. But I really recommend this pattern for anyone who's possibly a bit new to knitting. The first sweater I knitted was, I think it was second sweater I've ever made for myself, and it turned out very, very well. I knitted it in black and white. I can maybe show a picture, and it just worked out so well. I feel like blown yarn is very forgiving as well, and even with the color work, and then Anne Ventzel gives you really nice kind of suggestions. She suggests to go up a needle size when you do color work, just to make sure it all kind of it not scrunches in, because you might have a tendency to do that. I do. Yeah, she also tells you exactly where on each row where you have to use main color and contrast color, which one is the dominant, which it changes. It was a very easy pattern, surprisingly. It just looked intimidating at first. I think the hardest part of this is that Anne Ventzel often uses Italian cast on, Italian bind off. I don't remember in this pattern which cast on it is, but I believe bind off is Italian. That's the hardest part. But if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can do Italian bind off. If you don't really have to use it, right? I personally really like Italian bind off, so I will persevere. Okay, so as you can see, this Selene sweater, we're talking about the pattern, right? The Selene Junior sweater is just like a circular yoke when you're knitting around, with a nice kind of quite a simple pattern, color work pattern. As I say, you work with 2 colors at a time, so it's not difficult at all. I really recommend. So why I'm knitting the 4th one is because we want to have this kind of nice family photo before this Christmas time with all of us in these Selene sweaters. I think it could be really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to it. So the next pattern I'm sharing is yet another cardigan, and again I will be knitting a junior one, another one for my daughter, but I've seen that the designer also has the baby version separately, as well as an adult version. So if you don't have children, it still could be relevant to you, because the cardigan is gorgeous. Let me just show you over here. It has mispronounceable name. I will try to do my best to read it, but I apologize if it's far from the truth. It is Raunioiset Junior Cardigan by Suvi, Lyytikäinen. I mean, that's the best I could do. I'm really sorry if I butchered someone's name or the name of the pattern. But again, it's beautiful cardigan with the part with like some kind of fun pattern. The yarn, I think, let me see. Yeah, the yarn it suggests to use as a decay weight. I decided to go with this lovely deep, like navy blue, I guess. It looks slightly bright on camera. It looks like bright blue. It's more tapered a bit in real life. It's not so not so bright, but it's still gorgeous. It's Lanagato Merino coat in color. The color is really long here. It is 13856, like 13,856. Feels very nice. I believe it's 100% merino wool. Yeah, 125 meters and 50 grams. So feels very nice, and I feel this yarn should go very well with this pattern. I mean the nice motif there should look very good in this color. I don't know, seems that way. I'm really excited about this. So the next pattern is a small accessory, is Field Mittens by Camilla. Just have a look. Yeah, it's just nice looking mitten. So what I wanted to say about this is the plan is not needed for myself, but for my mother-in-law. Unfortunately, at least she says that she's allergic to wool, that it's too scratchy for her, even merino. And, I don't really feel like I would like to knit anything in acrylic. Not that, I care, but I like the experience of wool. So I kind of discussed something with her earlier, like, is there any yarn which is actually yarn, natural fibers that she likes, and she said that possibly she can wear some cashmere because it's very soft, and I decided to try and knit her mittens for Christmas this year. So let's hope it will work out. As you can see, it's a reasonably simple pattern with a gorgeous motif, which actually calls for Cashmere Classic, which is exactly the yarn I'm going to use. I'm yet to purchase it as well. Chances are I will go with a similar color as the sample, because it's just easy to have a mitten which is not that bright, so it's just kind of, you can wear it with anything. And with my mother-in-law, I think it's a safe bet. She likes different colors. She likes a red, she likes violet, but I feel like with mittens we'll start with something neutral, and then we'll go from there. Okay, another pattern, and the last part I'm sharing, is Pochie by Kate Davies Design. I don't know about you, but my children really like to stay warm in their beds, and I feel like in the winter when it gets really cold, it could be a really nice thing to have. And I couldn't resist this design. I think it's gorgeous, but very kind of wintry. Just whenever you see this, you just think winter, Christmas, snow. It's gorgeous. So really want to make kind of Christmas present for my children, possibly knit too. We'll see how it goes. The pattern calls for DK weight yarn, so I think it's any combination will do. If you have any kind of leftovers, you can use. I might do as well. So I think that knit will go towards kind of Christmassy time, maybe November. So I'm still pondering what am I going to use. That's it. Sorry if I was a bit rough. It has been a while. I think whenever I sit at the camera, I feel I need to do it more often, so I don't find it that intimidating. In any case, if you're still here, thank you very much for watching. And if you like my content, please subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. As I said before, I will be recording another podcast episode where I will be showing off all my knitting over the summer period, or rather in August, but I haven't done a podcast again in a while, so I hope you will tune in for that. Again, I'd love to know also like what kind of patterns inspire you. I feel I'm really done with summer knitting. I really want to try and feel all these squishy yarns, wool, and I just wonder what kind of patterns you're looking. There are some patterns which are coming out right now. So is it something inspiring you? Is it something you're planning? I mean, I'd love to know. Just really exciting. I'm really excited for this autumn period and all the nice kind of things we can knit. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode.